The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Today from Erskine Academy in South China, where A.J. Knight has just made a play on a soccer ball. It is boys high school soccer this afternoon as the Erskine Academy Eagles take on the Winslow Black Raiders. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet along with A.J. Knight. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. Class B North boys softball. They don't even play the sport. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. Class B North boys soccer here today. Winslow Black Raiders, great year last year, 12-3-1.
Very good.
They had the player of the year in the KVAC, Joey Richards, trying to make up for that loss. That's never an easy thing to do. So far, the Raiders have won 4 of their last 5. They're 4-4 now overall, so they are playing better soccer, not softball, soccer, after a slow start to the season.
Yeah, well, I think you and I talked about it last year, being my first year to cover soccer in Central Maine, and how Winslow sort of has a tradition. And you talked about, I think it's a point you talked about with Coach Littlefield of football, is one of the things I think athletics across the board for Winslow has been suffering from is dwindling numbers. We've seen a bounce back this year specifically with football, but that was interesting even in the comments we exchanged with both coaches that the Erskine Academy pointed out, that even with dwindling numbers, they've been a really strong program. And as you talk about, they really graduated some horses from last year. And I think that slow start is just trying to acclimate to all that star power leaving and everybody kind of filling in and figuring out their roles. And now recently, as you said, have kind of seemingly hit their stride and now performing kind of what the expectations are for Winslow
the
soccer.
Veterans who are back have blended in with the kids. The kids have started to get it, and so they're playing better 4 of 5. They have Max Spicer back in goal, Braden Roderick, Brady Poulin, Brody Willett, all back from last year. So there definitely is some talent back from last year. Meantime, Kerry Larrabee on the other side of things. In their last 6, Erskine Academy, very up and down, 2, 3, and a tie in there as well. So they have had a very uneven stretch here in the middle of the season. And as far as the heel points are concerned in Class B North, it's kind of hurt them right now because they are very, very low in the heel points, and they're going to have to rally in order to make the tournament here this year.
Yeah, I got talked about it yesterday. I got an interesting stat for you, Mike. So for Erskine Academy, anytime a team has scored 2 goals or more against them, they've beaten the Eagles. The only team that has, anytime a team scored 2 goals against Erskine, they've beaten them. Winslow has scored at least 2 goals in every game, except one, which was the season opener, which featured Erskine Academy going to Winslow and shutting them out. But now, obviously, it's a much different team since then, as they've averaged 2 goals a game, and that's been the magic number for the Eagles across their 10 games.
Yeah, so if they get 2, they win. If they don't get 2, they lose.
You know what I mean? I love crunching numbers and finding those interesting stats.
It's very, very simple. After the game, we will select our flagship cinemas player of the game. That player of the game will get the Flagship Cinemas swag bag, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. That swag bag from Central Maine Community College has the Score Player of the Game keychain, a Score t-shirt, and tickets or a ticket to go to the movies at Flagship Cinemas in Waterville. Erskine Academy and Winslow boys ready to get at it in high school soccer this afternoon. A quick time out, back with more of our pregame show right after this on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Back here live at Erskine Academy in South China, Mike Violet along with A.J. Knight. Our broadcast today brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Your future starts now at cmcc.edu. SDU. The schedule for the rest of the week, tomorrow night, we've got a great field hockey matchup.
Yeah,
Lawrence is going to have Messalonsky as its home field tomorrow night, and the Bulldogs will take on the Gardner Tigers.
That's a good one.
At 7:30, Maddie Niles got her 100th career goal last night. In fact, she scored 5. She has 102 now in her career. So Lawrence will play at Messalonsky against Gardner tomorrow night. Game time is 7:30. We have a day of rest on Thursday. We're back at it on Friday. It's football Friday night. Messalonsky at Skowhegan at 7 o'clock. And then we're in Winslow Saturday afternoon for Wells and Winslow in high school football at 1 o'clock. Wells and Winslow have had some great football battles over the years, and they will do football battle Saturday afternoon at 1. All of those games on centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, here on YouTube or on YouTube at Central Maine Sports if you're watching us there. Please go subscribe, and you'll get notified when games begin, when we drop special features like score lights and our player of the game features as well. Goaltenders here today. Parker Studholm is in goal for Erskine Academy, and Max Spicer is in goal for Winslow. A timeout, and we're back with, I almost said field hockey. I'm going to get this sport right before we get on the air. We're back with boys soccer between the Winslow Black Raiders and Erskine Academy. Well, I need that Prevagen really badly. Another senior
Good
moment.
thing we got a day of rest this week.
I need it, as you can tell. We'll be back with football, softball, soccer next on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Oh, please start. You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here at Erskine Academy in South China. The shadows have already begun to creep onto the field behind us as the sun sets here in South China, and it shouldn't be too long where we will be in at least half shade by the time we get to probably the end of the first half. Meanwhile, Winslow in their white jerseys, black shorts, trimmed in orange with the orange numerals, and down in goal to our left, Max Spicer. Down in goal to our right is Parker Studholm, wearing nothing at all that includes the school colors. Nothing.
Spicer either. Actually, Spicer and Studholm look like they're playing on the same team, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they do. All right, it will be an Erskine Academy ball to start things off here. They will go right to left, Winslow left to right. The Eagles 2-3-1 in their last 6, and we are officially underway. Here is Chase Larrabee. They work it up to midfield. Here is Griotsky. Griotsky drives it in. Goes right by Bryson Lamphere. It's driven back and right into the stands. Good catch on a hop there by a fan.
It's a good sign for fan participation early.
Right.
You got to set the tone.
Fan gets in the game early, gets their feet wet, the edge wears off. Things are always better when the fan gets in a game early. All right, back it's going to go to Studholm. And Studholm will play it out, and that did not work out well. Picked off by Winslow. Raiders on the offense. This team can score. There's no doubt about that. Back it goes. A long drive wide of Studholm.
I said again, Erskine Academy this season, teams that have scored 2 goals or more have beaten them. Winslow has scored 2 goals in every game except the season opener against these Eagles, where they got shut out for the only time this season.
They do have the common opponent of Waterville, and Waterville blasted both of them.
That Purple Panthers team's pretty good.
Hope to see them next week if the schedule will allow it. All the way down and out. It goes right on the Winslow bench.
Close call already.
Whew. Tyler Rigney almost had to make a move on that ball. Here's Larrabee. Larrabee over on the near side to Sorrel Vinci. Now back to Larrabee. Larrabee breaks the attempt to steal it up by Braden Roderick.
Larrabee is we talked about this last game, as a linebacker playing soccer.
If they had a football program here, I think he'd be playing football. All right, that deflects all the way to the corner, blasted up by Winslow. Knocked down there by Robichaux. Now kicked and deflected as Farnham tried to clear. Now a whiff there by Dylan Whitney. And it ends up back to midfield, Coda Knox. Knox gets it ahead. Here's Calvo. Carter Calvo. Down the left side, it's Willett. Willett with a shot wide. They had an opportunity there.
I think on his follow-through there, kind of hooked it. And Calvo, for those who didn't follow, and again, everything Mike and I have ever covered, Central Maine Sports on YouTube, always free, but Calvo, a score favorite, because he is a glue guy on the basketball team.
No doubt. Calvo, a sophomore.
Not to mention, I believe he's got some family that still to come, or has come. It's both, I think, right? He had a brother, and he's got one coming.
Yes.
Calvo's coming to Winslow for a minute.
All right, back over midfield. Renton O'Toole. Sounds like a dashing movie star from Great Britain, doesn't it?
You got a great mustache.
Renton
100%.
O'Toole. Of course, there's Peter O'Toole, Lawrence of Arabia, back in the Erskine Academy zone. Robichaux has to run it down and does on the near side. Erskine Academy trying to work the ball out. They get it to Larrabee. Larrabee, good pass up the left side to Robichaux. Robichaux to the middle. Winslow's able to dump it right back in. Deep and coming out there and stealing it is Studholm.
For those who didn't see when we had water. Wait a second.
Here's a steal. Try to get it ahead to Calvo, and it doesn't connect. And coming out is Studholm. Go.
Good defense. When we had the Waterville game, the story about Studholm, he'd never played goalie before. His team needed him this season, stepped in. I actually played pretty well against Waterville. He stopped 2 penalty shots.
He did.
He was just under fire the whole game.
Waterville's got a tremendous offense. Here's Larrabee. Larrabee blasts it ahead down the left side. It's Sorrel Vinci trying to run it down. He does. Vinci looking to make a play inside the circle there, knocked out and cleared out by Brady Poulin. Poulin drives it up and out.
Nice little thread through there. You're hoping to get enough of a rundown that offensive teammate can kind of catch it and hopefully turn the corner. That being said, got a possession deep. Erskine Academy, nice job there. They got to be careful on the turnovers. Winslow's, I think, best opportunities thus far have come off of Eagles turnovers.
Yeah, and that's out of bounds there off Frank Farnham. That's going to go to Erskine Academy. They'll throw it in yet again. Robichaux. Good toss in. Rachel trying to run it down. Can't. Winslow comes away with it. Midfield, it's Willett. Stuff there. Raiders come away with it. Driving it in is Calvo. Or check that, not Calvo, but next guy down on the roster, Braden Roderick. Deep and blasted by Erskine Academy. That'll make it out or not. Yes.
That's finally. I would say Roderick got tied up there trying to work that in line. A little physical. They let him play here in China.
Good.
I'm good with it, too. That Waterville-Erskine game got a little chippy, especially the second half.
All right, Braden Roderick fighting for it, and it went out off Erskine. So a throw in here for the Raiders. No score. We're just 5 minutes in. Driven out by Erskine Academy. Roderick, who can run aside from being big and strong, gets that loose ball and fires it ahead of the pack. Here's Lanphier. Lanphier going to the net. Shot, score! Bryson Lanphier scores, and it's 1-0. A great setup there by Larrabee.
That's just a nice thread through there, and it was a perfect thread through, too, because obviously Spicer couldn't come out to challenge that. And so he just had to sit back there, try and make save. Actually got a piece of it, just couldn't get enough of it.
So Bryson Lanphier from Larrabee, and it is 1-0 Erskine Academy. So the Eagles off to a good start. Good breakout pass by Larrabee. Now between his legs, Farnham. Farnham to the middle. Pooch it ahead, looking for Calvo. Calvo hustles down. Centers, too deep. And Erskine Academy clears it out. Pass ahead for Lanphier. Lanphier to Larrabee. They just connected. Down the right side to Brand. Too far. Cleared back up to midfield. A slide there by Griotsky, and he was beaten to it by Winslow. Now back over midfield. And touchdown there by Sorrel Vinci. Vinci right in front of us. Went off the hands there. It looked like of Souvenir, but no whistle. O'Toole heads it. Knocked down by Reachel. Reachel blasts it up, and rolling out of the net there is Spicer. Max Spicer. Kind of a side saddle kick up to midfield. Griotsky knocked it down. Jam up there. Ball plops into the air, comes down near side for Coda Knox. That's going to be out. Throw in here for Erskine Academy. They lead 1-0. Robichard. Robichard, long one, goes back into the Winslow zone, driven up by Dylan Whitney. Off the head there of an Erskine Academy player. Now controlled, cleared up. Back in by Farnham. Farnham had it tip out of bounds.
Well, we got to go all of that one.
No kidding. All right, knocked around. Larrabee with a header. He knocked it down to midfield. Roderick couldn't get a handle on it. Now Erskine Academy does. Now it's cleared right back in by O'Toole. Got to pick up who number 33 is for Erskine Academy. I don't have a number on my program. Here's Lanphier, who just scored, and he can't run it down. Going down was O'Toole. Do you have a 33?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you did. That rolls on, and Spicer up with it. 1-0 Erskine Academy. A goal by Bryson Lanphier. 5:25 of the first half. Or I guess in soccer terms, that would be what, the 6th minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely correct.
I'm not good at that. It's math. Farnham, right side, ahead of the pack. Knox hustles up for it, but he's headed off at the pass by the unknown number 33. 33. Nice pass ahead for Larrabee. Larrabee slows it down, then tried to kick it by. Whitney couldn't. But they get it on the throw-in. Deflects off the head of Poulin. Then it goes out off the head of O'Toole. O'Toole over midfield to Willett. Willett taken away. Good defense played by Erskine Academy there. It's knocked away. Deep into the Erskine Academy zone. Winslow trying to get the equalizer here, down 1-0. Great afternoon to play. Here is Poulin. Poulin, great move. Poulin drives, and it's wide. That was an excellent move there by Brady Poulin, the senior.
Yeah, really nice. Just nothing. Just simple crossover. Gets that left foot free. Goes across the face of Studholm. Just goes wide.
All right, Larrabee's going to check out. Tyler Clark will come in to take his place. Good game so far by Chase Larrabee.
He's got a helper. Been pretty. I think Erskine Academy's offenses look much more as a team offense. I think Winslow a little bit better maybe individually, but Erskine better team play thus far.
Calvo right side, that's out. Throw in for Erskine Academy, right to Clark, just off the bench. Give and go. Clark can not handle it. Poulin stepped in front. Poulin played it ahead. Calvo tried to knock it up. 33 clears. To Clark. Back to Robichard. Robichard ahead of the pack. Knocked away there on the fly by O'Toole. That's blasted out of bounds by Robichard.
I thought it was coming right at us.
You did?
I did. I had my foot out.
See, I didn't think at all.
That's good. See, that's the difference between you and I. You instincts, me still up in my, I'm still feeling it.
Noah Pelletier knocks it out of bounds rather than take a chance at it there, and they'll let Winslow throw it in and go from that route.
Tell you what, you can tell the difference the shadows make. Just if you're watching our stream, you got a hold there. Looks like going the other way.
All right, so be it. At the scores table for Winslow, Nolan Barbeau. Getting ready to come in. Barbeau is a junior. He'll come in when he can. Here's Rachel. Rachel ahead. Cleared out by O'Toole. Knocked down by Willett. Here he comes. Brody Willett. Slows it up. Works to the middle. Now goes back left. Willett goes deep. Nice slide step there to knock it away by Alex Rachel. Kept in. Oh, it's out of bounds as we had a jam there.
Last off, the Black Raiders.
All right, so Erskine Academy on the throw in here.
Nice aggressive defense by Erskine. He had 2 slide tackles in a row. Both were really well executed.
Poulin out near the circle, deep, picked off. Here comes Erskine Academy. This is 33. Gets it ahead now to Lamphere. Lamphere to Clark. Clark, reverse over to Rachel. Good ball movement here by Erskine Academy. They get it inside, looking for Lamphere. Coming out is Spicer, and it's cleared by O'Toole.
I think good recognition there by O'Toole. Spicer came out, got caught out of the net. As opposed to taking a chance, I'm going to kick this where nobody is and make sure that there's no play on it.
Chase Larrabee back in, and Dominic Brand is out for Erskine Academy. 27:45 left in the first half. 1-0 Erskine Academy. Early goal in the 6th minute by Bryson Lamphere. Midfield Robichard. Larrabee had to let it go. It's picked up on the sidelines by Knox. Trying to go on Larrabee, and he does. Gets it over midfield. 33, taps it down. Here they come. Clark to Larrabee.
We point out that we don't have a 33 on our roster.
Yeah.
So of course, he touches the ball every time.
Every single time. Clark drives it up, one hopper, and it is wide. Next break, I'll get it.
Yeah, I was trying to shout over there, but yeah. Kind of have a feeling that as they subbed Larrabee back in while they had that offensive throw in, feels like if he gets a hold of one, he could put it through the net.
He really is tremendously powerful. All right, the drive to midfield. Knox knocked it down. Got it ahead to Farnham. Farnham right side trying to pooch it over to Roderick, and it didn't connect. Pardon me?
Roderick, a heck of a basketball player.
He really is. Good athlete. All right, pass in. Rachel. Knocked down by Calvo. Roderick picks it up. Roderick. Down the far side, running it down there, Will Adamson. Adamson to open space. And he cleared it out to no one in particular except for Coda Knox on the other team. Knox deflects off a Erskine Academy player, and Rachel can't reach it. It is kept in and kept alive by Farnham of Winslow, now driven out by Robichard. Robichard clears. Now back in by Winslow. Picked up by Farnham. Farnham checked by Larrabee. Here comes Larrabee. Pooches it over. Give and go. Larrabee back to the middle, and it's cleared out by Winslow on the foot of Poulin. Jumping up Robichard. Robichard. Back to near the circle. Driven deep. A header there by McCaslin. Ethan McCaslin just came in. He's a senior. Couple of subs coming in. 13 for Winslow is Caden Giroux, and 9 for Erskine Academy is Tayson Pilot.
And one thing about Erskine is they have a fairly deep roster, and they really get deep into the roster as well. A lot of guys are going to play.
Yep, Gary Larrabee plays a lot. Far side in this 1-0 game in favor of Erskine Academy. Eagles with a little bit of pressure, nothing close to the net, though. Now it's blasted out. And hustling down is Roderick. Roderick with a lot of speed. Coming out is Studholm, and they jam up each other, and the ball goes out of bounds. Man, did Roderick turn the Jets on or what there?
Yeah, that looked like that was going to be an easy play for the Eagles. Like you said, he creates an opportunity out of nothing, and just if he doesn't, he kicked it just a little bit too far ahead for himself.
Parker Studholm did what he had to do, come out and challenge.
And that's the thing, too, because you sit back, now you're just inviting a shot.
Larrabee, or check that was 33 to Larrabee at midfield. Now Larrabee does have it. Nice pass between the legs, picked up by Pilot. Pilot kind of side saddles it ahead. Larrabee hustles. Larrabee, O'Toole, and O'Toole breaks the play up. And it'll be, is that going to be a corner kick or a throw-in?
They're dropping back, so I'm going to guess goal kick.
All right, so it's a goal kick. So it went out off Larrabee. 23:45 to go first half. 1-0. 1-0. Trying to get my soccer terms down.
You've come a long way in this brief half a season.
All right, Pooch back, and it's cleared out by Studholm. Up to Larrabee, right on the line. Larrabee lays it ahead, looking for Lanfear, who's been there all game. Left side now, it's Pilot. Pilot trying to go to the net, and O'Toole beats him to it, clears it.
I'll tell you what, O'Toole takes his role seriously. His role is, if this looks dangerous, kick it as far as I can in some other direction.
Sure.
And it's worked.
It's been a successful strategy. All right, ball is in, rolls, and is picked up by Spicer.
That was a really good throw-in because Erskine had a box out there. Spicer with a heads-up play. But in the box for the Eagles was Rachel. Just couldn't control it all the way.
Calvo over on the right side to Farnham, trying to get it ahead to Roderick. It didn't connect. It's cleared out by Parker Studholm. Comes down off the side of the body of Giroux. Here comes Erskine Academy. Eagles work it ahead. And it's cleared out by O'Toole, who did what he does, which is drive it a long way from where it was. And it'll be a throw in here for Erskine Academy. Coming in for the Eagles, Caden Crawford. He'll come in for Bryson Lanfear. Coming in for the Winslow Black Raiders, Bodie Carlson. Carlson coming in for Farnham.
Let's say Lanfear and Larrabee have had a very good two-man game going. Obviously, that creates the goal, but they've had a couple other pretty solid opportunities.
Seem to have a pretty good connection, those two. Pass in for Rachel. Pass is too far. O'Toole just pounds it off Clark out of bounds. They'll throw it in. Calvo. In the middle for Poulin. Left side for Calvo. Calvo a lead. Winslow trying to break it in. Can't. Broken up there. Far side by Will Adamson. Adamson clears. Oh, the play here in neutral ice. All right, Erskine Academy works it out. Picked off, though, by Coda Knox. Knox and Crawford struggle for it. Ball ends up on the far sideline. Winslow plays it ahead. 33. Back to Adamson, back to 33. The drive ahead of the pack, looking for Crawford down there. Coming out Spicer, and on a hop, he is able to snag it.
That's just a veteran play there. It was 3-on-1. He had 3 defenders back there, but he realized he had a chance with those bodies to kind of box out to go get it.
What do we got? A free kick here. Okay. Free kick here for Winslow. Brady Poulin. They find the spot. Poulin up. One hop and a header there and a header in. It went off Calvo's head, and then Roderick put it in with his. And we're tied at 1.
That's a head. No pun intended. That's a heads-up play. Because initially, as you'll see here again on the Mid-State Machine instant replay, little bit passive. Calvo gets just enough of it to keep Studholm from grabbing it, and Studholm's caught out, and Roderick buries it.
So Braden Roderick with a header from Calvo. And we're tied at 1. So Lamphere for Erskine Academy, Roderick for Winslow. We're halfway through the first half, 20 minutes to go. Griatsky cleared out midfield. Willett lost it to Larrabee. Larrabee, nice pass ahead for Crawford. Crawford lost it.
Can I just say that one of the things that impresses me about Larrabee, and this is just me sort of just judging based on his size, is for someone as big as he plays the game with a lot of finesse.
He's got skills.
Like he's running kind of the center of their offense, distributing ahead to their strikers.
Reachel's center is blocked. So they'll throw it in from the far corner. Way over there to the left of Spicer. Pass into Clark. Back out, Griatsky. Griatsky to Larrabee. Larrabee to Reachel. To the net, and a save there. He volleyballed it off, did Max Spicer, and he made the stop.
A nice little setup, just a two-man game to get some space there for Larrabee to put his big foot into it. That's under the crossbar. Spicer doesn't make that save. That's a goal.
Had to make it. We have a corner kick, our first of the game for Erskine Academy. They line it up, start some movement. Pass is blocked, cleared out of there by Winslow's Ethan McCaslin. Hopping up is Robichard. Stolen by Knox. Knox a lead for Poulin. Poulin tries to get away from Larrabee. Larrabee gave it right back. Calvo. Poulin. Winslow, Roderick tried a ballet move there, and it almost paid off. He's so athletic. Now down, it's Poulin, it's blocked, it deflects over to Pilot. Pilot to the net, way high. Left-footed blast.
I got underneath it, but a nice job there. Again, just recognize situation. You got a good look there. You're right outside the box. That's a solid shot.
Be a goal kick here. Brady Poulin. Robichard knocks it down with his head. Robichard now knocks it down with his foot. Up to Pilot. To Larrabee. Now midfield Griatsky. Pretty evenly played game, and the score indicates that. 1-1.
That one carried.
Coming in for Winslow is Nixon Souvigny. Ethan McCaslin wanted to throw that in. He was complaining about
He really wanted to get that restart going.
Because of subs. All right, McCaslin, deep throw in, down for Willett. Willett with a major league push there on Pelletier. He threw him right off the court.
Wow. Not only that, they're just going to call it out of bounds, I believe, throw in.
What did Rob Gronkowski say once? He threw him out of the club. Remember that play?
Yes,
That was similar. All right, there it is. A header. I think that was Roderick. Loose in front. Knox cannot run it down. Great speed by Pilot. Pilot cleared it way deep. And back to fetch it here for Winslow is Whitney, and Whitney just knocks it over.
How about the wheels on that ref?
Yeah, he's an athlete too.
By the way, I think that was a corner kick for Winslow, just for your stats.
Okay.
What we just had.
Oh, okay. So we're tied then.
Yeah.
So 1-1 on the corners.
Yeah, we were cut off by the Erskine bench, but it sounded like foot in ball.
All right, Spicer out to grab that one. So corners, we're 1-1, and scoreboard, we're 1-1. High punt. Comes down, Roderick. Roderick, lead pass, Willett. Willett with speed. Willett to the net, score! Brody Willett gives Winslow the lead 2-1.
Just a nice pass, and Willett just beat him to it, and you're stud home. You get stuck there. Make your choice. He stays in cage. Willett buries it.
Speed, baby. It paid off. 2-1 Winslow. So Erskine Academy back on their heels a little bit. After taking a 1-zip lead, now Roderick laid it ahead for Coda Knox. Knox trying to make a play in close quarters against two defenders, and it ends up out.
Looks like off the Black Raiders, so should be a goal kick. I think individually, Winslow, especially up on the offensive versus defensive matchup, has some, I think, a little bit better skill, a little bit better players. The problem has been, I think Erskine, for the first half of this first half, played better offensively.
That one's way out.
We tick under 15 minutes here on the CMCC scoreboard.
All right, the throw in. Vincey, way ahead of the pack, looking for Lamphere. Lamphere has the goal, and O'Toole is able to clear the ball out. Our game today brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer, sales and service by a family that cares. By Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And also, 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassaboro line.
Offsides against Erskine before that. That's why I got the free kick here.
Free kick. Poulin. 33. Trying to catch it. Caleb Bonacci. Instead, they play it back to Studholm. Now, I don't know why Studholm doesn't handle that ball there.
I don't think you can if your teammates kick it back to you.
Ah, okay.
I believe.
I don't know the rules.
But man, it makes me sweat, especially in that situation where the opposing team is not that far away. You saw a whiff there, ended up being a break, but Erskine Academy, a little hot on the call there for a second.
All right, to midfield. Winslow keeps the ball in the offensive zone, and they keep forcing the issue. Roderick lost it, now cleared out, up for Lamphere. Lamphere headed off at the pass there by O'Toole. He does what he does. He do what he did, which is clear it out.
That's kind of the adjustment. They got beat right on the one goal. Lamphere was able to win the race, and he got a goal. Since then, Winslow has just not let them get those long passes, just defaulted to, we'll kick it out of bounds and see if you can beat it when we pack it in, and thus far Erskine Academy hadn't been able to.
All right, had a push there on Winslow. So free kick here for Erskine. Long one. A header. I think it was actually Larrabee, but it went in the wrong direction, and it goes out. All right, subs coming in for Erskine Academy is Jack Murray. Going in for Winslow, Frank Farnham. Throw in for Erskine Academy. They throw it into Reachel. Reachel avoids his defender. Goes back to Griatsky. Lost it, Roderick. Fancy.
That was a nice move.
Roderick up to Willett. And here comes Winslow. Right side trying to get a step is Knox. Ball comes down. It's Robichard and Knox. Knox waits as long as possible. Knocks down Robichard, and that's going to be a push.
Nice job getting low. Low man wins, right? Got in front of him, got low. As Knox kind of let that one roll, and then basically let the defender get right on him as opposed to doing something with it.
Erskine Academy ball, 11:45 to go in the first half. It's 2-1 Winslow. Lamphere for Erskine Academy, Roderick and Willett for the Raiders. Knocked down midfield, Reachel. Alex Reachel. Barreling, slows down Roderick, or check that. Calvo caught him. Calvo and Reachel, a real battle there. Reachel ends up on the turf, and a little push on Coda Knox. And we have cards coming out or a card coming out. So Alex Reachel gets carded. Carrie Larrabee asking for a clarification for Reachel's card, kicking the other player while down on the ground.
Which we got a look at there. He got a little bump, a little frustrated. Yeah, he gave a little bit there. Knox. I think
Mid-State Machine replay shows the truth.
Let's say I think Knox a little frustrated because he got caught down there with a great offensive opportunity and then ended up getting boxed out. And then, of course, he got called, not a card, but got called for shoving of a Robichard.
All right. I should have asked 33 while he was standing right in front of us who he is.
Darn Mid-State Machine replay being so interesting.
I know. The bouncer knocked out of midfield. Willett can fly. Here comes Willett. Way ahead of the pack. Goes in. Coming out is Studholm to make the save. And it rolls wide. I had to be sure there that it rolled wide because the view I have, it's hard to tell sometimes, but it rolled wide. And a very good play there by Parker Studholm.
We see, again, in the last game we were here against Waterville, this Winslow's going to get the corner kick.
Here it is. Second for them. In front. Calvo missed it. Kept alive there by Knox. Now it's cleared out by Robichard. Driven back in by Whitney. It's right on goal on a hop, and Studholm handles it. Parker rolls it out. Cleared. O'Toole with a header. Poulin with a header. Robichard drives it in. God bless you, Poulin.
Thank you.
Ahead for Farnham. Farnham. Header there by Murray. Larrabee over to Robichard. Nice move to wheel around Knox. Robichard clears it deep. Lanfear's got it. Temporarily, though, Souvigny clears. Farnham chases. Roderick almost tripped up, but he keeps his footing. That's always trouble for the opponents. Pooched over. He gets it to the middle, and he is headed off at the pass by about 3 Erskine Academy defenders. And sometimes that's what it takes to defend Braden Roderick.
He's going to want a fraction there. I think he just sort of dodged out of the way. It's good no call.
Lanfear trying to go ahead of the pack to Brand. Brand beaten to it there by Souvigny. O'Toole out of bounds. And virtually every time that Renton O'Toole touches the ball, it ends up out of bounds.
He's like the last line defense, basically.
All right, here's a high blast. Missed the head of Lanfear. Now Larrabee headed it. To the net it goes. We got a push, and it's going to go in Winslow's favor here with 8:40 left in the first half. 2-1 Raiders. Here's the kick. Good one. Lot on it. Over everybody to almost to Willett. Now he's got it. Willett has the last goal for Winslow. Willett's blow off the crossbar.
What a shot.
Doink right off the crossbar. Loose cleared by Erskine Academy. That might make it out. It does. Right in the middle of the crossbar.
Adam beat. That's a heck of a shot.
A blast. 33 able to clear. Now McCaslin. Cleared out by Erskine Academy. Kept alive out there by Nixon Souvigny. Down the left side to Farnham. Farnham deep. Farnham right near the flag. And it's out. Excuse me. 7:40 left in the first half.
Remember our pregame stat, any team that scored 2 goals against Erskine has beat them. Winslow's hit that magic number.
Yep.
But it is 2-1. And, of course, it would be very announcer's curse for me to be really excited about that stat, make a big deal about it, and it not to come true.
This is so true. You speak the truth. Vinci looking to get it ahead, but O'Toole right there to head it out. Off the chest of Murray. Couldn't keep possession of the ball. Roderick there, and it ends up going out of bounds off Winslow.
Yeah, Roderick tried to knock that down because if he's able to knock down that sort of flick attempt, he's breaking away by himself.
He's gone.
Had a nice little heel pass to himself, too.
Tripped up Lamphere. No doubt that was inadvertent, but it still was a trip.
Yeah, just a delay, but a good free kick opportunity here for the Eagles.
All right, so Mr. 33 will do the honors. Sizes up the field. Here we go. Looking for Larrabee. Missed it with a header. Loose, boxed around, plops up into the air. Clark runs over to get it. Tyler Clark. That was a bit of a push. Blow the whistle. Robichard has it. Owen Robichard to the middle. Lamphere blocked, I think, by his own player.
Yeah, Lamphere tried to tip it to Clark and then couldn't get out of the way.
Now O'Toole, far side. Slide tackle there by Dominic Brand. It ends up out of bounds, though. 5:50, got a card.
See if we can see anything over there. Sorry, didn't grab it right away, so take a look.
Got a card on Dominic Brand. That's the second one of the game on Erskine Academy.
Yeah, tough to see way over there, but bunch of bodies in the way. That's a second card against the Eagles.
I don't know what that was, but it's going to be a free kick way down on the far side by Brady Poulin.
I think they had to let him sub, and then they had to restart the clock because they stop it for the card.
All right. Back it goes. Blasted out by Studholm. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. 2-1 Winslow. Robichard. Left it there for Murray. Near side to Clark. To Larrabee. Back to Clark. Clark ahead of the pack, trying to set up Vincey. Vincey down the far side, headed off at the pass by you-know-who.
Not only that, O'Toole got it to bounce off of Vincey, so as opposed to even in offensive possession, he got a goal kick for his team. That was a heck of a little three-man triangle right there, too, by the Eagles.
So with 5 minutes left in the half, got a goal kick here for Winslow. Brady Poulin. Boom, up to midfield to Knox. Comes down to Clark of Erskine Academy. Nice handle there by Vincey. Vincey deflects, cleared by McCaslin. McCaslin up to Knox. Knox trying to go ahead of the pack to Willett. That was blocked. Larrabee, nice move. Lost it, though. Cleared in by Poulin. Back to get it 33. Played it over to Murray. Murray, it rolls right through a maze of players, and back with it is Willett. Willett and Larrabee. A little bit of talent there between those two.
That's an understatement. Some size, too.
Yes. Particularly in Larrabee's case.
Yes.
All right, ball rolls off. 33 with it. He's no slouch either. And the drive ahead, O'Toole back to get it. O'Toole didn't clear it out of bounds. That's remarkable. And we've got a stoppage back where O'Toole handled it.
Man, anytime O'Toole seems to touch the ball, it's either out of bounds or right there again. Seems like he drew that whistle. Just good things happen for the Winslow defense.
All right, here is Brady Poulin.
I like how Willett from Winslow runs you're the 9 guy. What do you mean the 9 guy? Just go deep. I'm going to see if I can find you. It's what I imagine most of the huddles between Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson were like.
Back in the day, Megatron, baby.
Did you see that picture, by the way, him standing next to DK Metcalf?
No.
DK Metcalf is 6'4" and built like a house, and he looks small compared to Calvin Johnson.
Johnson was one of the best wide receivers in the history of the league.
Just physically unfair.
And it's unfair that he went to the Detroit Lions and they could not win with him.
That's an understatement.
You had Barry Sanders there at one time, couldn't win with him. Had Billy Sims there at one time, couldn't win with him. Calvin Johnson there at one time, couldn't win with him.
Unfortunately, Johnson and Sanders' stories just all too similar.
Yep.
Called it before probably they really needed to.
Had enough.
Just tired of it.
Had enough. Losing like that's tough. All right, lead pass. Back to get it to Robichaud. Robichaud says, hey, you handle it, Studholm. Good job there by Studholm to go high with it. Roderick over to Poulin. We're down to 2.5. Poulin with a shot. One hop saved by Parker Studholm. Parker. Side hook shot. Erskine Academy looking for the equalizer before the half. They trail 2-1. Lamphere scored first for them. Then Roderick and Willette scored for Winslow to give them the lead. Don't forget, after the game, we'll pick our score player of the game. That player will get the Flagship Cinemas swag bag. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. That rolls back to Spicer. And with 2 minutes to go, Spicer's got it. Punts it out. Rachel knocked it down. Calvo slowed him for a minute. Rachel, pass ahead of the pack for Crawford. Can he run it down? No, he can't.
Too long.
Throw in, misses everybody. And the bounce misses everybody. Willette to Poulin.
Let's say something really interesting, Mike, is how many, not to disparage soccer, but obviously football is the most popular sport in America, but a lot of the basketball players from Winslow last year are on this team.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that too often, that they all end up on not the football sport, I guess, basically.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Roderick, Calvo, Poulin, Willette, they're all here.
A lot of hoopsters there. They'll be hooping it up soon enough. O'Toole with a blast.
I believe was on the JV team last year. Oh, nice.
Kicked ahead, looking for Roderick. Roderick with the speed, Studholm out, and there it is. Braden Roderick again with that incredible speed. It's 3-1 Winslow.
Shout out. Give O'Toole picks up the hockey assist, but how about just a nice little flick there, a little reverse, and then how about just the experience there of Roderick? No, he didn't need to blast it, just needed to get it by Studholm. That was nice.
So Braden Roderick with goal number 2, and it is 3-1 Winslow. Erskine Academy hoping to equalize it before the half. Instead, they give one up. O'Toole stuffed there. Good play by Lamphere. And that one's blasted out of bounds by Nolan Barbeau. No chance for Lamphere to get it. And the final 20 seconds, a throw in here for Erskine Academy. Back to 33. Makes a move, but it went too far, and it's driven out by Calvo. Calvo knocked it out of bounds. That should run the clock out. And the first half is in the books. The score at the half from Erskine Academy in South China. The Winslow Black Raiders with a great first half on the road. It's Winslow 3, Erskine Academy 1. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on the place for local sports, The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Mike Filan, AJ Knight, our score crew back here at Erskine Academy in South China. 3-1, it is Winslow on top of Erskine Academy in boys soccer here at the half, and it's time for our first half breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Erskine Academy got off to a great start. They score at 5:25 of the first period. Bryson Lamphere from Larrabee, 1-0. Great start for the Eagles as we watch the replay here. The ball ends up deflecting off Spicer, 1-0 in favor of Erskine Academy. That was the end of that. Winslow got the equalizer at 19:34. Braden Roderick, a header there from Calvo. And then the floodgates opened, 24-14. Brody Willette scored to make it 2-1. And then Braden Roderick scored again just before the end of the half with 41 seconds to go to make it 3-1. So down the stretch here in the first half, Winslow has exerted their will and done what they do, which is be a really good offensive team.
Yeah, I thought as you saw that Lamphere goal comes, like you said, 6 minutes, so really early on in the first half. I thought that they had a really sound plan. I thought they passed the ball well, had a really good team offensive attack. And then I think you saw Winslow make some adjustments, O'Toole specifically, but they made sure to, I guess, basically leave the deep safeties back there. You weren't going to beat us. We were going to stay back there. And if we felt like it was questionable, O'Toole specifically, but everybody was just going to kick it as far as they could in an opposite direction or out of bounds, whatever it was. And I feel like it really slowed down Erskine because they only have, I believe, one other shot on goal, which you'll see as we go through the first half highlights. And it was a heck of a blast from Larrabee. But that's it. After they scored at the 6-minute mark, got one shot on goal the rest of the first half, which is 34 other minutes of game action.
So 3-1 in favor of Winslow here at the half. Our first half breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. More halftime from South China and Erskine Academy right after this on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
And it just so happens that halftime on The Score brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving 22 locations from Maine and New Hampshire. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. 3-1 in favor of Winslow here at the half. Lamphere for Erskine Academy. Roderick Willette and Roderick, the goal scorers today for the Winslow Black Raiders as we get a look at the first half highlights. And look at Roderick here with the speed.
That was a heck of a play there by Studholm. Yeah. That was just, but to your point, that was a tone that was going to be set going forward. Here, a little bit of a misplay. It's kind of the thing that just sort of got Winslow going. And how about this, Mike? 4 goals scored combined between these two teams. This was that second shot on goal. 2 shots on goal. First one goes in. That second was a heck of a save by Spicer. But 4 goals scored combined, 4 assists. Each team has picked up a helper on each of them. And there you just see Willette and Roderick just turn on the Jets. Here's Willette again. This one's going to be, he hits, that's, again, Studholm coming out. And it's what's nuts to me is it almost feels like Studholm is sort of that goalie who doesn't know any better. Occasionally you may see a routine thing here or there because he just doesn't have the experience messed up. But he's shown us some real flashes as well, where he does some great things.
Well, he's a newbie, of course, and sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So, you know.
Let's say we saw him save 2 penalty corners last time we were – or penalty shots, last time we were here, which is insane. But he made some great saves. He's kept them in it despite the fact it's 3-0. Because, as you saw, all 3 of those goals, they're point blank, basically him against the offensive player.
All right, so it's 3-1 in favor of Winslow here at halftime, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. Find them at hammondlumber.com. We've got second half action. It's next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
All right, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew, which consists of Mr. and Mrs. Rigney here this afternoon. We are back live at Erskine Academy in South China. By the way, 33 for Erskine Academy, Emmett Apple.
Emmett Apple.
How
does it feel? It feels like more often than not at a broadcast, you're surrounded by a married couple. Like your perpetual fifth wheel.
You know what? I've been single since 2011. I'm used to it.
Okay, just making sure.
Everybody in my life is married. My son is not, but he might as well be. So everybody, I'm good with it, you know.
Just making sure. We don't want to make you uncomfortable.
You guys can have the marriage thing. I'm good with letting you. I'm handing the baton off to you kids to take the marriage thing to the next level, because I've tried twice, failed twice. I'm good.
And as we know, you're a cat guy now.
I'm a 64-year-old man with a cat. That's who I put that on my dating profile, and it does not seem to attract anyone. I'm just saying. You know, I try to offset it by the fact that I have a motorcycle.
Right.
Doesn't seem to work.
Doesn't
seem to work. We are underway here, second half, and the Erskine Academy Eagles have some work to do at home. The good news is they've got 39 minutes and 10 seconds to do it in. The bad news is after the first goal, they've been dominated.
Yeah, it's shots on goal. Just for your halftime stats, shots on goal was 8 for Winslow to 2 for Erskine.
That's a domination situation.
Half those shots are Roderick's. He has 4 of them, and he's got 2 goals.
All right, here comes Erskine Academy. Clark lost it. Larrabee jumps on it. Larrabee in the middle to Rachel. Alex, who got a card in the first half. Back out there. Clark with a blast wide.
You can't fault him as you talk about the shot disparity there, but I think your Erskine Academy, again, you're going to want to find some good looks. That as opposed to, I think, was a shot attempt, because either that or it carried on him. Trying to find, I think, something a little bit in close, those good quality opportunities going to be your route back to tying this up.
All right, goal kick here to midfield by Winslow. Erskine Academy on the loose ball. Brand for Clark. Back to Brand. Lamphier's down there too, number 2 in blue. On the sidelines, that's out. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Erskine.
So they both tied up for it. Jump ball.
All right, Robichard throws it in. Off the chest of Lamphere. Side saddle kick out to midfield to Alex Rachel. Rachel losing it there. Griacci, he came up to make a play, but he's bailed out by Emmett Apple. Apple.
I think as well, Winslow just didn't recognize, because Willette sees that. He's gone.
Carter Calvo to Roderick. Down the right side, and veering it off is Griacki. Griacki had the seal there. That's out on the far side. Our broadcast brought to you by SBS Carbon Copy on Main Street in Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling, by KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. In Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 in Skowhegan. The center and a header. No, it went off the foot there of Coda Knox and out.
That was a heck of a center there by Willette. He carried on him a smidge, but Knox right there backside just couldn't quite track it down. Corner kick, though, here for the Black Raiders.
All right, so this will be number 3 I have.
Double checked. Yeah, that's what I've got.
All right, here's Brody Willette.
It just looks like this front half looks like we're at broadcasting at night.
And it's not.
No, it's just those shadows.
All right, angled in off the head there and cleared out. It was Pilot's head, and now it's cleared out even further by Owen Robichard. Back to get it in the Winslow zone is Souvigny. And it's out of bounds. It'll be a Winslow throw-in. Here it is. Raiders trying to break it out, trying to add to their lead. Pass ahead for Larrabee. It's picked off by Frank Farnham, but Frank can't hold it in. And
Tyler.
A near-death experience there for Tyler Rigney.
He didn't flinch.
That ball was almost within 5 feet of him. It was that close. All right, nice little pooch pass to Rachel. Can't handle it.
It got up on him, and it got behind him.
Barbeau got it ahead to Roderick. Roderick for Willette. Willette's got that great speed, too, but a great play by Emmett Apple to get down. And a slide tackle there, and he knocked it out of bounds.
That was a kind of a quick recovery there, because Apple, I think, let it get on him and then lost track of it temporarily, but a nice recovery there to stymie the offensive attempt.
All right, throw in again for Winslow. This is Barbeau. Great throw in, man. Oh, in front, and it's tipped in. It's tipped in, and it's Braden Roderick again.
That one, Erskine just going to be kicking themselves. They fell asleep right there, and Roderick just finding the right spot.
So Braden Roderick with a hat trick. Roderick with 3 of the 4. It's 4-1 Winslow, and the Raiders are rolling.
Taking you behind the scenes, halftime we usually have a discussion about what we think sort of the pecking order is for player of the game, potentially, just to keep an eye on going forward. I'm just going to say someone nominated a defensive player, which maybe had a case, but then Roderick scored a hat trick, so I think he's pole position.
Yeah, it's Roderick and then the rest of the field. I mean, it's not close. There's a gap, and all I can think of is Ricky Bobby saying, if you ain't first, you're last. And, So, all right, that's out on the far side. And last being like way last, like really last.
That continues the trend, by the way. 5th goal, still an assist as well. So 5 combined goals scored between both teams, 5 assists as well.
All right, there's a long way to go, but Erskine Academy has got to start playing some defense and therefore turn it into offense.
Well, I think they're going to kick themselves because I think all 4 goals, especially the first and the fourth one, just sort of misplays. Calvo gets his head on the first one, and then Roderick cleans it up. They're a throw-in. The defense kind of falls asleep, and Roderick cleans it up out of the box. And then Willette and Roderick just win foot races for 2 and 3.
Yeah, that goal that we just saw there by Roderick, Erskine Academy, you just can't let that happen off a throw-in like that.
Especially, again, trailing. You got to mark up every – in 23, he's got 2 of the 4, or 2 of the 3 at that point.
All right, here's Apple with a free kick. Emmett. Toward the net, looking for Larrabee, the header, and it is wide by Chase.
Nice, dropped it in the box, found his guy. Larrabee just couldn't quite get it the direction he needed it to.
All right, it'll be a goal kick for Brady Poulin.
Tell you what, it's a little bit of a break for Winslow, because how the heck do you guard Larrabee in a box? You're in a phone booth with that guy? Good luck.
Yeah, tough. Not much room to maneuver with him out there. Takes up a lot of space. All right, the drive over midfield, and they'll pooch it back. And it'll be stopped by Parker Studholm. Out to midfield to Rachel. Alex, too far for Larrabee, but misplayed by Renton O'Toole. He didn't drive it out of bounds. Now it's down, and the shot by Lamphere. Score! Bryson Lamphere, here's second. His second, that is. And they have cut the gap in half. It's 4-2.
And that just, again, miscue Lamphere takes advantage of. How about that, Mike? That is the first shot on goal for the Eagles since Larrabee's shot on goal, which I think was 10 to 12 minutes into the first half.
So that makes it 4-2. Bryson Lamphere scores in the 8th minute to make it 4-2. So there is life in South China. Got to keep playing defense. All right, throw in far side. It'll be Owen Robichard. Good throw in, too. Leaning in was Lamphere to try to snag that. Could not. It's blasted out of bounds, however. All right, in it goes to Rachel. Alex up on the right side to Vincey. So Earl Vincey back in the middle, losing his footing there for a moment was Clark. Over to Larrabee. It's cleared out off a foot. Ooh, a bicycle kick. You don't see those very often. And that was Emmett Apple.
That was a right opportunity for it. Just couldn't get anything on it.
If I attempted a bicycle kick, I would be in the hospital for months in traction.
I'd have one of those days. I know you walk a lot. You ever have one of those?
That shot's wide.
You ever one of those days where you go walking and you get home and you feel fine, but then the next day your body lets you know, hey, that wasn't cool?
Are you kidding?
That's what that bicycle. It would hurt then, and it would hurt significantly more later.
All right, Apple and Knox collided right in front of us. Apple's like, hey, what? Knox just popped back up. The ball, meanwhile, continues to be played. Down the far side. Erskine Academy trying to pull within one. Ball is, what, we got a card?
Ooh.
Apple?
I think it's Knox.
All right. You might have been able to pick that up. Aaron Wolfe.
Winslow
coach said, Coda, stop talking.
He got a red. I think he's donezo.
You heard the whole thing. I don't need to add anything to what you just saw.
Yeah, so what happened is during the play that you were talking about, Apple he heard the ref say something. He thought it was on him,
right,
on Knox. Then once play stopped, issued the card, and then Knox did not agree. The ref gave him a second yellow, which added up to red, which I believe means he's donezo, and it's 11 on 10 for, I think, the rest of the game. I think, Winslow plays man down.
So, Bodie Carlson wants to go in. I'm not going to let him go in now.
Yeah, because I think initially they were going to run him out for 11. But
right. Waiting for a goal kick here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't know it was a red, so he's not subbing. He's not subbing. I get that. He's not subbing.
Okay, so some dramatics here, and you were able to hear it all. So, again, I don't need to add anything. They're going to play down a man the rest of the game.
Yep, red card.
Red card, and almost breaking in there was Brody Willett. Back, it's fielded by Adamson, broken up. Now Calvo. Carter Calvo taken away by Lamphere. Lamphere and O'Toole. They've been battling all game, and O'Toole, what did he do? Out of bounds.
He's the not flashy player, but he's the player you're glad you have because he makes the sound plays.
I like him. All right, it's Vincey. Vincey to the middle. Picked up there by Roderick. Roderick. Up to midfield or near it to Willett. Still hearing Coda Knox trying to explain himself to Aaron Wolf. It's kind of interesting to hear.
I believe both coach and player disagree with how that went down.
Yeah. Referee was very emphatic and very sure of himself, which I appreciate. He explained it. A header, deep, coming out. Ew. Spicer, and a shot near him. It's deflected by a foot, and it's going to be a throw-in for Larrabee. Larrabee throws it in. 29 minutes, 17 seconds left in the second half. It's 4-2. Winslow in the lead. Each team has scored here in the second half. Right in front of us, running it down Adamson. Adamson hits Calvo. Quick throw in. Vincey, wide and out of the net is Studholm. All right, Parker Studholm with a punt. Knocked down at midfield. Check that, it was Spicer. Excuse me, wrong goalie. Now picking it off there is Griotsky. Ahead left side. Dominic Brand. Punched out of the zone, or at least to midfield by Calvo, but picked up on the far side by Brand. Now back is Calvo. Reverses. Blocked by Clark. And we've got Nolan Barbeau coming in.
I wonder how often you practice being down a man. I mean, I'm sure it's part of the repertoire, but
yeah.
I imagine not that often.
Yeah, you do it in hockey. You don't do it in soccer. Which, by the way, begins tonight for the Boston Bruins.
You think Swayman starts tonight?
Taking on. That's an interesting thing because Jim Montgomery said it was in play yesterday late.
I think he does.
I think he's going to start him. That's just me. By the way,
does.
the Patriots just announced that Drake May is going to start at quarterback Sunday. So we have a quarterback change in Foxborough. The kid is going to take over.
Look at that. Look at that. We're giving you all your Boston sports news and calling Erskine and Winslow high school soccer. You got it all here.
Here's Larrabee. A lot of play at midfield or neutral ice, if we can use that metaphor. Vincey. Sorrel Vincey. Angles toward the net. In front there, the shot blocked. Boy, that was headed toward the net. That's a big block. You never know, and we've got what here?
Another card. I think it's going against Winslow.
We got Card City here today. Going to run out of cards.
Yeah, I tell you about it's on Erskine. That was a rough tackle there.
Going to run out of cards by the time the game is over.
Yeah, it's on Lamphere, I think.
All right, so out of the game, Bryson Lamphere. We think, yeah, he's off the field.
Yeah, it was a rough tackle that went against McCaslin.
But it was just a yellow. So that official, whose name I don't know, just keep on ringing him up.
Yeah, so there was 2 yellows equal to red, so that is our now 5th yellow. Double check to make sure my math is right on that. Yellow, yellow. Yeah, 5th yellow, 3 on Erskine.
All right, coming onto the field is Braden Temple for Erskine Academy.
Tell that both teams want this one. Huh?
I think so. There's a little bit of spirit between these two schools. They're competitive. They are close to one another.
It's the second time they've seen each other this season as well.
Kids know each other pretty well. All right, pass on the near side. Barbeau tries to handle it, and the ball too fast for he and Crawford.
I think Crawford let that one go, realized it was going to be a tough play, knew it was going to be his throw-in.
All right, Roderick off the foot. Temple. Out. There's a one-hop shot. Easy save there by Spicer. Spicer drives it out. Apple knocks it down on a hop. Rachel. Pass is blocked and cleared out of there by Souvigny. Griatsky to midfield, down the far side for Robichard. Robichard in the middle. Larrabee touched over there by Temple. And that's out.
Still just under 26 minutes to go. Erskine Academy again up 11 men, up a man, 11 to 10 because of the red card.
Got the man advantage. Trying to cash in. That's headed down by Barbeau. Off the knees there of Rachel. Long drive from way deep by Adamson is very wide. Winslow will take that. And so it will be a goal kick.
Some fresh legs out for the Black Raiders.
Brady Poulin. Up to midfield. Adamson misplayed. Adamson being chased by Roderick, and Roderick almost stole it. Goes right to Coach Wolf.
I believe that should be, yeah. And they, Caslin going to let the quick restart not get it because of the subs.
All right, Carter Calvo getting a rest. He's played a strong game for Winslow, and Souvigny also out. Nice deep throw in. Erskine Academy can't keep it in, though.
They're going to move about box height, 10 yards or so from the end line.
Yep. Into Roderick with a hat trick today. Roderick back to Poulin. Poulin's shot is blocked. Farnham over on the far side in the sunshine. What remains of the sunshine here as the sun sets at 4:43.
Yeah, I mean, you see the CMCC scoreboard and think that we've got 24 minutes left. Actually, it's just when the sun gets to the far sideline, they end the game. That's how they know.
That may be about how it ends up. It might time out to that.
Be close.
All right, cleared out. Good crowd has turned out. As you can see, they're all sitting in the sun.
Yeah, never disappointed by the crowd that shows up in South China. They find a way to get out here no matter what time.
They represent, and some Winslow folks here, too. It's not that far. Not that far. All right, to the middle, Poulin, and it pops up into the air, and Studholm able to grab it. Parker. Just going to roll it up to Adamson. Adamson beats the defender and flies right by Barbeau in front of us. That was a great action shot. Over to Crawford. Crawford got it in the middle. Temple got stuffed. Back to Clark. Falling down on the play is Crawford, and he gave it away, and McCaslin to center.
Caslin, I think, not McKesson, excuse me, McKesson's up, but their collision there caught a knee.
Yeah, Barbeau might have got knee to knee. He stays down.
I think he took it center mass.
All right, back it comes to Adamson. 4-2. Erskine Academy trailing. Apple fanned on that. Larrabee couldn't get it.
It's missed opportunity there for Erskine because now subbing out. They were 11 on 9 right there because there's a collision, and then Barbeau, like you said, I think initially I thought maybe got the wind knocked out of him, and then he kind of got a limp. So you might have been right, knee to knee.
All right, so Barbeau's out. Also out is McCaslin. Goal kick. Good one. Need back in, though, by Erskine Academy. Scooped up by Pilot. Down the left side. Engels won. The deflection is over the net. All right, coming in for Erskine Academy. Cyril Vinci, number 19.
I initially thought that was a shot. I don't think so. I think O'Toole flicked that up and over the goal, and that's why it's a corner kick. And
all right, Erskine Academy with a corner kick. Long one. It's very deep. That's their just second?
yeah, just the second.
Yeah,
One
just
each
the
half. That was a pretty decent. It was not bad, but again, too far. Larrabee was able to get a
Too
piece
much
of it,
on
but
it. Too
way
much on it.
past.
Got field hockey tomorrow night from Oakland at Messalonskee High School under the lights, and we've got Lawrence and Gardner. Should be a great matchup.
Such a big game. We've had great field hockey matchups this
Gabby
year.
Sousa, Maddie Niles. Niles with her 100th career goal the other night. Last night, actually, 5 in the game. As Lawrence beat Oceanside 10-1. Had a great game yesterday. Messalonskee and Mount Blue. That Messalonskee won late on a goal by Addie Hafford. We've had some tremendous field hockey this year.
Yeah, go back in the vault. Gardner Coney was
Absolutely.
great. Coney Lawrence was great. Skowhegan Lawrence was great. I expect tomorrow to be great.
The vault open 24/7 at centralmainsports.com and also on our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Everything there free all the time, 24/7. Watch as many times as you like. All right, Temple, it's blasted wide by Clark.
I think Erskine Academy getting a little bit lazy in their shot selection. That's just not a good idea. Let's say good news for Lawrence tomorrow, too. Lawrence field hockey, not on grass.
That's true.
All 3 losses have come on natural grass.
Yep, they are a lot better on the turf.
I expect that game tomorrow. That ought to be a track meet.
Should be very fast. All right, at midfield, near the circle, Apple. Apple cleared it ahead for Reachel. Far side, down the sidelines, too far for Larrabee, and it's out of bounds off Erskine Academy. Clock now down under 20 minutes, 19:35.
Again, just sort of an unforced error from the Eagles again, who are up a man and just they've maintained the possession, right? They've been able to kind of keep it into their offensive half, just really haven't generated anything out of it.
Not much at all. Here's Pilot, and that is what?
Out on blue.
Okay, all right. Can't have it.
No, just, again, kind of an unforced error. A little gamesmanship, I think, there from Winslow. Actually, maybe smart to put your defender back where he needs to be, but rotating guys, burns a couple seconds here and there.
Sure. Take as much clock as you can. They throw it up. They get it to Willett. Willett can't use it. Back it goes over midfield. Adamson. Adamson. A stutter step. Adamson tries, I guess, a shot. It's very wide as it faded with a slice.
And that was off the right side of his toes.
And Bryson Lamphere is back in for Erskine Academy, number 2. He's got both of their goals.
And McCaslin got a short breather. He just went back out there.
All right, goal kick here for Brady Poulin. Boom. Out to midfield, kind of headed in the wrong direction. Back to get it is Griotsky as he and Roderick went for it. And Griotsky won the battle. Willett plopped it up. Willett gets it again. So he knocked it down from midair. Up to Roderick. Roderick cruises down the right side. Winslow's down a man, remember. Due to a red card, a slide tackle there. It's out of bounds.
That one, I think, going to go against Roderick. He was beat on that one, a little bit too much body. Nice, again, possession there. You see a little bit as Winslow plays a little bit more conservative. Roderick got possession. There's just nobody in the box as they're playing back.
All right, pass up, knocked down by Larrabee. Larrabee trying to get it ahead for Temple. Temple can't reach it down the right side, though. Lamphere, and it comes on net. And it's picked off there by Spicer.
I think Lamphere trying to drop that in actually had the Temple. I believe Temple right there, but Spicer, nice play.
Spicer made a play that he had to make. Ball comes down midfield. Reachel stuffed by Calvo. Calvo driven in the zone by McCaslin. Back to get it is Apple. Emmett Apple will touch up the right side, give and go, and it did not connect, but it ends up in the middle of the field to Temple. Temple to Larrabee, deflects out. Now Pilot. Stuffed on the play there, Reachel. Calvo. Right side. Willette with Roderick going to the net. Look out, coming out there is Studholm. He had to do it.
And
those two, Willette and Roderick, can strike fear in the heart of any goaltender.
Credit to Apple there, Apple too. Apple got a piece of it, which really slowed it down.
Right side, Larrabee. Back and forth it goes to Lamphere. Back to Larrabee. Larrabee trying to fake out O'Toole. Goes around him. Larrabee stopped there. Now a long drive with a left foot. Pilot headed by O'Toole. That's the one part of his body he hasn't used until today or until now. Now trying to go to the net was Rachel. Cleared. Robichard. Robichard to Rachel. Erskine Academy with a man advantage. They're playing with an 11-10 edge. Adamson. Right side to Lamphere. Lamphere slipped, lost an edge there, and Souvigny steals it. At least cleared the zone. And then Souvigny, ooh, that hurt. All right, throw in right in front of us. Adamson. Get some subs, though, first. Got to wait. Details.
Tell you what, that ref doesn't futz around.
No, he doesn't. Adamson got it back. What a Rachel by him. Apple in the middle for Clark. Boom, cleared out by Poulin.
Tell you what, Poulin doesn't mess around. As much as we talked about O'Toole doing that, I mean, Poulin obviously the one taking the goal kicks.
All right, throw in here with, I can't see the clock, 14:25, just saw it. 14:25 left, and a 4-2 Winslow lead. It was 3-1 at halftime. Roderick made it 4-1 in the fifth minute, and then in the 8th minute, Lamphere made it 4-2.
And then I believe about the 15th minute is when we got the red card.
Yep.
And so you're talking about 11. Uh-oh.
Roderick almost broke in. Griotsky saved the day. Apple. Right side for Adamson. Adamson looking it over. Adamson has it ricochet right back to him. Cleared it out of bounds, though. Pass trying to connect with Lamphere, but way too hard.
I think Winslow. Erskine Academy, I think, making it a little bit too easy on Winslow to defend a man down. Just a lot of those mistakes right there.
Look out. Here he comes, Braden Roderick, but
Offsides.
It was offside.
If not offsides, he got away with a forearm shimmy as well.
Yep. All right, so a free kick here for Emmett Apple.
There's a break there for the Eagles, though, because that's Roderick running with a head of steam.
Yes. Never a good thing. Nothing good can come from that. All right, deep. Larrabee just by the far corner.
That bunch of attempts there just kind of lingers in the box, and Larrabee just doesn't get much on it. Actually, I think he hits Temple as well.
All right, here is Winslow on the clear. Misses ahead. Roderick dumped it ahead, looking for Willett. Willett plays it to the middle. Back there is Emmett Apple.
Apple's played a strong second half defensively.
Good player. Back to Studholm. Now to Adamson. Rachel. Apple. Now to Clark. Tyler Clark. To the middle. Rachel. Left it there for Braden Temple. Temple trying to get Lanphier going to the net, and it's too far.
A little bit of confusion there. Erskine Academy bench, sideline, shouting a lot. It just seemed like there's a lot of confusion there for the Eagles offense.
No confusion on who is responsible for local sports on the score. Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup. By Manchester Motors, that is, your Coyote tractor dealer. We Dig Dirt, and by Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Roderick heads it, looking for 4. Roderick, a drive, score! I think I know who our score player of the game is going to be.
And again, you felt like it was coming, right? Roderick had a couple, and Willett, but especially Roderick had a couple of chances there. He hit the offsides most recently, a couple threats there, and then finally Erskine pushing up, trying to get that goal, and then Roderick tipping, gone.
4 goals today for Braden Roderick and a 5-2 Winslow lead. So explosive, and Winslow scores down a man. Long one way wide. In front, it goes out. And, of course, our game is always brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. You can find them online, cmautogroup.com.
Speaking of horsepower, Roderick and Willett for the front line of Winslow. They sure get on their up.
Yep, they got plenty of horsepower. And speak of the devil, here's Willett. Willett, a foot race with Griotsky. They collide, a push, and it's going in Erskine Academy's direction.
Yeah, Willett, that one got a little bit of, he got that one a little bit of right. Griotsky tried to recover, and Willett just gave him a little forearm shimmy.
All right, midfield, Erskine Academy down 3. Having a man advantage hasn't made for any kind of advantage for them. Clark to Apple. Apple trying to go there on McCaslin. He beat him. Down the sidelines, angles it, and it's caught by Parker Studholm.
Spicer.
Oh, yes, that's the goalie for Winslow, Spicer. Studholm plays for Erskine Academy. It would be unusual for him to make a save on his own shot. Not, totally out of play, but unusual.
That's just the 5th shot on goal that Spicer has seen. He's made 3 saves and given up 2.
Yep. Big drive there, header. It's just wide, and it's cleared. It ricochets around, still loose. It pinballs around.
Wow!
And oh, man. Spicer living on the edge there, and he comes up with a ball. Tons of chances for Erskine Academy, and they can't put it away.
Yeah, Larrabee's you see there initially, that was crossbar. That hit crossbar, pinging around, and then Spicer falls on it.
Got a man down. Roderick on the restart. Roderick down the right, played it back to a teammate in the last remaining sunshine over there. Rolls out to Braden Temple at 8 minutes left. Up the sidelines to Roderick. Roderick, fancy. Trying to beat Rachel. Down the sidelines. Stopped there by Poulin. And we are going to get Erskine Academy's ball. Yes.
Looks like a free kick.
Yep, Emmett Apple with a freebie. All the way up, goes by everybody, clear of Larrabee.
Yeah, looking for Larrabee again. Again, Larrabee's header on that last one hit crossbar. And he was a little bit frustrated because Spicer came out, bumped into him, and then kind of kept himself out of the play, arguing for a call. And then it got ping-pong balled around before Spicer finally was able to jump on top of it.
A couple of subs in for the first time for Erskine Academy. Lucas Farrington is in 12. Also in is Carter Rao, who's wearing 27. Past Adamson, he's got to retreat. Good job to get it up to Apple. Emmett Apple to Clark. Deflects off Apple. Now midfield, Rachel. Rachel, fake. Now to Larrabee, give and go to Rachel. Rachel trying to get it to the net, can't. Stopped there, good play by Renton O'Toole. The drive, a ball on the ground and a save by Rich.
Spicer. Yeah, that one deflected over. Apple just kind of turned on that left one. Couldn't get it wide enough. Got enough on it, though. And then Spicer just couldn't totally keep hold of it.
All right. Corner kick. Header and
wide.
That went wide. Okay, that was close to the corner there.
That was Apple just over that top corner.
Very close. 5:45 left. And it'll be a happy bus ride home for the Winslow Black Raiders. It's a long bus ride, but it'll be a happy one.
Now they're going to split the series, and again, that stat's going to stay true.
Yep.
Teams that have scored 2 goals or more against Erskine have beaten them.
Midfield down. Rachel. Got it back. Alex Rachel. Erskine Academy has played the last, 10 minutes or so with a man advantage, and it hasn't made
20.
20, yeah.
Yeah, it was at the 25 to go mark,
okay,
so 15 minute mark.
Hasn't made for any advantage for them at all.
They've gotten a couple really good looks here the last few possessions. I think Spicer's only had to make one save. Crossbar helped them. A couple defenders, that last one made a couple of stops, but since Winslow's gone man down with the red card, they've scored. The scoring advantage is 1-0 Winslow.
Roderick, who has 4, to Poulin. Poulin over to Calvo. Drives it up, and it's scooped up by Studholm. Midfield, Clark. Cleared away by McCaslin. Center of the field, Rachel. Alex Rachel turns and is goal bound. Right side, Apple. This will shoot it. He does. One hopper and coming out there to make the stop, Max Spicer.
Yeah, nice sure-handed grab there by Spicer. And following up on your pregame notes, Mike, does that make this will make it 5 of the last 6?
Yes.
Winslow's run.
Yep.
That means they're cooking.
Roderick, speaking of cooking, over to Calvo. Calvo, good defense.
I think Roderick being a little bit unselfish there, but a good recovery by Adamson no matter what.
Adamson not to Rao. That's knocked out of bounds there by Souvigny.
Rao the best mop on the field today, of course.
Oh, no doubt. That is serious moss.
Just looks like a soccer player.
Yep, he does. Larrabee. Down the right. It ends up going out of bounds off the foot there of Souvigny. 3:15 to go. 5-2 Winslow. Adamson down to Larrabee. Larrabee with a center. Nobody home. Apple with a lefty, and it's wide.
Yeah, Rao was down there on that near post, deflected it, but nobody was there. Apple collects it, and I guess it caught someone. I didn't see it, but it looks like it's going to be a corner kick here for the Eagles.
Okay. All right, lined up. Here it is. The angle cleared up by Roderick, and it's out of bounds.
Just make them chase and burn precious clock.
2:35. Alex Reachel with another corner. That one's a boomer over to Larrabee, and I think it hit him.
Yeah, I think it just glanced off the top of the dome. Just a little bit long. He's been kind of their marker. He goes to that far side, whether it's been on the free kicks or the corners. Big target to aim for, but they've only really gotten one good look to him.
All right, Adamson, Larrabee, Apple, over to Clark. Kept alive over there by Farnham. Shot and a save. Made by Spicer.
Erskine Academy racking up some shots on goals now, but for the most part, they're just padding Spicer's save numbers.
1:45 to go, and Winslow will get the win.
And again, 5 of the last 6 ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Not a bit. Temple turns to the net, goes to the net. The shot blocked. Rebound way over.
Spicer. Spicer is down in that crouch position. Put his hand up to just watch it go way over the net and held it there for a second. That was pretty funny.
He thinks it is too. All right, a goal kick here for Brady Poulin.
Tell you what, he's got a couple hockey assists today.
Knocked down middle of the field by Alex Reachel. Reachel for Clark. Clark back to Adamson. Back to Clark. Clark to the net. Clark with a shot, a roller, and coming out there to make the stop. It was going to go wide, but Spicer with the stop. 45 seconds left.
Not a bad look. Like you said, wide. Spicer gets his hand on. You're hoping somebody tracks that down and deflects it.
McCaslin behind the play, yelling he got it. And it's rolled to Studholm, and Studholm will play it up to Adamson with 15 seconds to go. And that goes over midfield, and that will burn the clock. Down to 5. And this one is over as Calvo knocks it out of bounds, and an easy win for the Winslow Black Raiders on the road here this afternoon. They win it by a final score of 5-2. Our second half breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In the second half, it was still the Braden Roderick show. He scored twice, finished his hat trick at 4:57. That came off a throw-in. Bryson Lamphere made it 4-2 at 7:17, but Roderick scored his 4th goal of the game at 9 minutes even to make it 5-2. Our second half breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. We will divulge who the score player of the game is right after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
All right, let's solve the mystery right now. Our score player of the game is Braden Roderick of the Winslow Black Raiders with 4 goals on the afternoon. He gets the Flagship Cinemas swag bag. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. The bag from Central Maine Community College in Auburn. In that bag, a ticket to go to the movies at Flagship Cinemas. Also a score t-shirt, a score player of the game keychain, and that's it. And Braden Roderick is the winner.
4 goals. I think he had a helper, too. Let me double-check the stat sheet. Yeah, 4 goals and an assist, so he had a 5-point day and just was dominant. In fact, again, I think you look no further than the fact that Winslow plays man down for the last 25 minutes. For the last 25 minutes of the second half.
We still got a serious discussion going on about the cards.
The Winslow coach went to have a discussion with the ref because they felt pretty concise.
Yeah, Aaron Wolf not letting that go. They just won the game 5-2. You know, probably a good idea just to walk away and let it go because that ref is going to be in a game that you're playing somewhere down the road.
Yeah, and for clarity of their argument, they felt like they could hear every piece of the discussion, and the second yellow that was picked up that turned it into a red was about mouth, basically.
It was all mouth.
And Winslow did not agree.
It was all mouth. There is a time and a place, and that wasn't the time or the place. So
I
congratulations to Braden Roderick of Winslow. 4 goals on the afternoon. Our score, Flagship Cinemas, Central Maine Community College player of the game. So that's going to do it for us. Tomorrow night we've got field hockey from Oakland.
A late one.
It is Lawrence's home away from home as the Bulldogs will play on the road tomorrow night. At Meso, they'll take on the Gardner Tigers. Yeah, late start tomorrow night, 7:30. We're on the air with our pregame show at 7:20. Quick reminder, tomorrow morning on Opening Drive, Sean McAdam from MassLive.com will join me. We'll talk about the life and times of Louis Tion, who passed away today at the age of 83, one of the all-time greats in Red Sox history. That's tomorrow. That'll be at 8:05. So that's going to do it for us. For the Rigneys, for AJ, I'm Mike saying so long from Erskine Academy in South China. Final score in this one, Erskine Academy loses today. It's Winslow 5, Erskine Academy 2.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at CentralMaineSports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or CentralMaineSports.com. Your team from your town plays here.